Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sarah, and for those of you who do, hey, we're back. So I guess you guys are wondering, where have we been? Our last video I think was around 6 months ago. Well, for those of you who know as well, I lost my voice. So for the past couple of years I have been getting really bad laryngitis and throat infections, and well, around Christmas time, I think I got Christmas Day off where I could speak, and then next thing you know, for about 3 months after that, I had laryngitis, strep throat and quinsy, and at one point I had all three at once, which the doctor was like, nobody gets that, Sarah. But yay, I won the unlucky little so no videos because no voice, and when I did have a voice it would last a day and then it would be gone the next. And on top of all that, we fell pregnant, but sadly after 2 months we lost the baby, so we have needed to take a break from filming. And on top of that, I have the implant, so getting pregnant was quite a surprise for us. Anyhow, so what have we been up to? Well, we will give you a shed update. So our shelves used to be occupied with gigantic boxes, which were a pain in the bum, but we have now slimmed them down to these awesome boxes, which are so much easier for picking, for packing, and for getting off the shelves. Before, when we had to find something, it took us half the day because the boxes were huge and we were looking through everything. But now the smaller boxes, they are holding less items per box than a big giant one, so they're easier to find, although they are holding more than the big boxes. We actually squeezed more in, and I don't need James as much now to get things down. You know, muscles can lift these ones. So yeah, we did that, and since we have this annoying little gap here that wouldn't hold one of these, James just makeshifted some little boxes, and then we ran out, so we had to use some UPS box just to squeeze in the corner. But you know, saves us wasting the space. And if you had seen other videos, you will have seen that behind me, not so bad, kind of tidy. That's the jacket spot at the top. Total riot. We used to pull the blind down just to hide it because we had loose t-shirts and stuff, but they are now all skewed, which is awesome because you try to find them up there, total nightmare. So they are all skewed away, and we now have belt boxes, which is good because they were just all in drawers, which was a pain in the bum. But these are now our belt boxes. I love how they like go up like steps. It was the closest we could find to matching, plus our shed roof is like, so it was awesome. These, however, I do need muscles for, because mines are useless, and I tried to get one down and nearly toppled myself. So James, or Josh James, gets shouted for these boxes. So this section here, well, from here to this shelf, is all baseball caps, except from this box, that's flat caps. But yeah, we have got a choker now because we have been listing a lot of summer caps. Well, summer caps, baseball caps, but because it's the summertime, they have been flying out the door, which is awesome. Although our place that we drop off the parcels, not so thrilled with us at this point, because we keep taking in boxes and boxes, and they're like, we're driving them kind of insane, I think.
Yeah, they're going to, they're saying they're thinking about putting a limit on us, 5 parcels a day.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're going to do if they put a limit on us.
Yeah, they're like, we can maybe take the bags, which are just the clothes, but when it comes to caps, which, if you want to know how I pack them, you have to come back for another video. We pack them in boxes. Spoiler. So now James will turn the camera around and we will show you some more stuff. Okay, so we're at the other side of the shed, so apologies if it's a little bit darker over in this section. So you've seen my caps. They're overflowing, so now we have had to start the plastic tubs again. I only just got rid of the plastic tub section, and then we had to bring them back because he did so many caps that we had nowhere to stick them. So we have baseball caps and visors, which I was quite shocked, but these things, they sell.
Yeah, some visors are selling really well on Vinted. We've not been listing them on eBay because
yeah,
to list them on eBay you have to list them too high an amount.
Yeah.
And to take fees and postage off. So on Vinted we're listing them between £3 and £12 depending on the brand.
Yep. So baseball caps, visors, and if you're wondering what the mess is behind me, I don't know if you can even see them in that video. Can you see it? No?
I'm not sure. I'll take off the stand.
This has been
how many bags clothes?
12 I think we're up to. These are all photographed, measured, they just need to be actually listed. I have been stockpiling these for future reasons. To be revealed. It's going to keep you coming back.
Yeah, I've been listing caps from the house, and where I've been listing caps, the house there has been taking photographs just to try to prioritise for the summer or whatever.
Yeah, we're trying to clear some space in here because if you are a regular viewer, you'll have seen this shed in the past, and it is chocker with white sacks full of stuff that I have been too lazy to actually photograph. So it's getting smaller. I'm getting there. So this is all backlog that is photographed, just needs listed. So yay. We are doing baseball caps at the moment because with the summer you want to do stuff that's going to sell, and because if we don't get these listed I might murder somebody, because we currently have, how many boxes? I think
We
7,
bought 14
8.
boxes of caps, and we bought 5 boxes of belts.
Yes. No, we bought 6 boxes, but I managed to squish them down to 5. So I have 5 boxes. And when you say boxes, I mean these boxes. I mean the big bugger boxes that are like this size and you can't lift, filled with belts. And we have, I think 7 or 8 boxes of just baseball caps and visors. Still
It's more than 7 or 8 because when you order them, you squish them.
Yeah, I had to. Because
take up
otherwise you couldn't move.
Space in the house.
Yeah, we put them in our bedroom, and it was like, how am I supposed to actually find the bed? So we are working our way through baseball caps just now.
So this is like take 5, because Sarah keeps forgetting what to say.
Yeah. As you all know, numbers, not my strong suit. So when he tells me them, they just get muddled and become a load of jabber jabber in my head, which means it comes out jabber jabber from my mouth. So, what did I say? I said we've gave you the shed update, so now it's the eBay update. So our eBay store had 1,000 items listed, and our 90-day total was between 8 and 9,000. So we decided to scale, because that's what you do. You want more money, you got to scale up. So we did, and we got 3,200 items listed, which was a lot of work, except our 90 total, instead of doubling and tripling, dropped and dropped and dropped to the point where we're like, oh my god. Well, I was, oh my god. He was like, breathe.
Yeah, so we thought if we get more listings on, we weren't doing anything different. We were listing the same quality items, and we more than tripled our store, and each month, each 90-day total just kept getting less and less and less. I think at one point we had under £4,000 over 90-day total when we had 3,200 items listed. Yeah. And I think partly that's because of Vinted.
Yeah.
And eBay's losing customers.
Yeah, so it would be the case for us, isn't it? Suddenly another platform comes out, so we think, let's up the one that charges me a fortune.
So, what's next, Sarah?
Next would be what we decided to do next, which was, as he said, Vinted.
So we had 3,200 items listed on eBay.
Yeah.
And we removed more than 50% of our store. We dropped our store to 1,400 listings.
Yeah, and we did that because on top of the actual eBay store that we pay 90 something pound for,
£92.50 I think it is,
a month, we were being charged £6 an item, so we were paying an extra £102. So we were actually paying more for our extra items than we were for the actual store, which
yeah, for the extra 1,700 items at £6 an item, it worked out £102.
Yeah, so we got to work again, and we went from eBay and we cross-listed every single item over to Vinted and removed the rubbish cheaper versions from eBay, so that we were getting just our free listings on eBay and everything on Vinted.
Yeah, so we manually cross-listed over 300 items, which
3,000.
Sorry, 300. I was just 300.
Yeah.
We manually cross-listed 3,000 items, and items were selling at a time, so it was potentially like up to 4,000 items in a very short space of time.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but in the end, do you want to know if it was worth it? Yes, it was. It was, because things that we were cross-listing everything, because we thought if Vinted's free, we may as well have everything that's on eBay on Vinted, and stuff that we were taking off eBay and just leaving on Vinted was stuff that had been on eBay for like 2 or 3 years, and we're like, it's not even getting looked at, and then as soon as it's on Vinted, it's like out the door.
It's crazy because some items on eBay over your 30 days, it gives you your views was 0, 1, 2, 3. As soon as you put it on Vinted, it was like 20 likes, 40 likes, 50 views, 60 views. It was like night and day.
Yeah.
And the sales were a lot better. So
yeah.
I've wrote down here the sales that Sarah hasn't seen this page yet, so I'll just read them out.
Yeah.
So in the last 30 days, we've had 298 sales. 72 of those sales were on eBay, and 226 were on Vinted.
Yeah. So
And I actually did another count. That was yesterday's stats.
okay.
So I did another count. So actually, at 306 sales in the last 30 days, and the majority of that's been on Vinted.
Awesome. I'm not sure what's next.
So on eBay, we're still continuing the eBay store.
Yes.
But we're more selective of what we put on it. Although we are putting like low branded baseball caps in it because they seem to be selling for us just now. If I'm reading what I wrote.
Yeah, we'll just stand here in silence while he catches himself
Thing
up.
is, are we going to close our eBay store?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Yeah,
we might actually in the
think
future we're thinking,
thinking about closing the eBay store.
Yeah, because if Vinted keeps
rubbish.
going as good as it's going, as long as we keep doing the work, it might be more worth our while. I get on Vinted that the items are selling for less money than what you would put them on eBay for. But on Vinted, we're not getting charged fees, except from Spotlight. We do pay that, which is £9 a month.
No, £9 a week.
Oh, a week. Sorry,
£9
a week.
I'm not pays it.
Yeah. It's an automated thing. So that's £9 a week, which is night and day compared to the £90 that we pay a month for eBay. And you get fees and charges for everything you sell on eBay. Whereas with Vinted, you can list the item lower because the customer pays their delivery, and Vinted aren't charging you. So in the end,
Just that returns as well.
yeah, and returns. Sometimes I think you could list the same item on both platforms, and if you just took away all the fees and things, you're getting more money listing it on the cheaper site than on the dearer one.
For us to sell on eBay, it was costing us £195 a month, and that's not including returns or fees.
Yeah,
and on Vinted,
and
it's
delivery.
costing us £0 to list.
Yeah.
And Spotlight's optional.
Yeah,
which
you
is
have to do
costing
it.
us £8.95 time. Every time you know you get 10% off, so it's costing us like £9 a week.
Plus with eBay, we do free delivery, so we are paying £3.50 or something like that, I think, an item every time something's out.
No, we were paying £3.27 on
That was close.
every, and then time you add your poly bags, your thank you message, your clear bags, whatever, it's like just under £3.50. But Vinted recently Every recently sent us an email saying that we're a loyal customer and we send X amount of parcels per month, and they dropped our price to £2.96 a parcel for under 1 kilogram, so that's good.
It is. And if you guys do that, I would recommend you go through Quidco because you get money back, which I used to think was a weird scam, but we did that and bought ourselves an air fryer. So yay. And now you can also get Tesco Club card points. So yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people buy their postal labels through eBay, but if you do it externally, you can link your eBay account to your Every account, and as I said, you can use your Tesco Club card points, which gives you, I don't know, maybe £10 to £30 every few months, depending how much you sell.
Yeah.
And then you also get your discount through Every once you're sold X amount per month.
Yeah. And you get Quidco money back, so you're making money off of spending money.
Rather than just buying an eBay label.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And when you get a return on eBay, now we've got this deal with Every, you get a discounted return label, which is £2.96 again, which is better than the £3.27 or the £3 odds that eBay charges with Royal Mail.
I swear, sometimes it feels like when you get one return, you get like a million all at once, don't you? You're like, oh, I've not had the return for ages, and then we jinxed it, and it's like, return. Okay, I'm jabbering. So is that everything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, just a quick update.
Yeah. I would show you my death pile in the corner full of dirty washing, but it's too dark, you can't see. But if you guys remembered, it was like up here, now it's like down here, so it's like, yeah.
Why did you stop there? Your wash pile was that basically touching the roof, but you didn't have it in one row, you had two rows.
So it was took up a whole section.
That's spinning around. So that's a wash pile there, and that was
bags aren't, they're just stuff to
touching the ceiling. It wasn't just here. Gets a bit dark. It wasn't just here, it was here as well. So just two big rows. Yeah. And with the hot weather, she's managed to get down to basically nothing. Yeah,
so yay me. Because otherwise it's just going to be, oh, nice. And then behind James, who is hiding the bane of my existence, which is a trouser press, which has been there forever, and he knows that I'm one of them because he won't get rid of it. And I swear one day he's going to be out of the house, I am just going to lift that thing and throw it in a bin myself.
Yeah, we've seen for 2 years now. I'll list it. I'll let the 3 years maybe. Nope. I'll list it.
Nope.
8.
Longer. 4. It's been 4 years. 4 years that thing's been sitting there staring at me, just mocking me. I swear.
We'll get rid of it soon.
Yeah, we had to end it on a note where we're arguing, didn't we? Since we have been kind of AWOL for a while, hopefully this is us back. But we haven't spoken to a lot of you guys, so please put in the comments how you guys have been doing, how you're all getting on. We would love to hear from you. Or if you just want to say hi. Until next time, guys, I'm going to say goodbye, and James is going to say goodbye if he ever gets off his phone. He's too busy daydreaming.
No, I was just sending offers on Vinted.
Okay, until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.